So I am Liz Cortes, and my husband and I, we own the company RebelFish Local, and we are a marketing agency out here in San Diego, California. We started this company 2 years ago, and God took us out from working from another company that did some similar services, and he took us out of there. And within 5 days of taking us out of that situation, unexpectedly, we were totally loved the cushy commissions and everything we were making from that company. But he took us out of there unexpectedly. And within 5 days, he gave us our first client. He gave us the name. He gave us just everything we needed. So we started this business with no startup capital, which normally that doesn't happen when you start up a business. You need to have investors or startup capital to start a company because you have to hire, you have to pay rent, all those types of stuff. And so it's really cool that with this business, the first time in my husband's entrepreneur life of 20 years and my shorter one, but this is the first time that it was really God-directed business to start this. So I'm just really excited that I'm able to share with you what we do for our clients and what you can start doing, or what you can have your website SEO or your assistant person start doing too, so that you can start getting more business and more clients. And so my first question for you is that if you were taking a look at 3 different services and they all looked virtually identical, which ones would you choose? So go ahead, you can put that inside the chat box. Let me know which one you would choose, A, B, or C. Yep, it would be C. That's exactly what the lady said yesterday too. You go with the service number C, or letter C, because there's 5 stars and they have 6 5-star reviews, so you're able to read about that company. So that's typically who you would do business with, and that is what your potential customers or your patients or your clients are looking for as well when they take a look at you. So right now, I just want you to think about, what is your experience with reputation management? So maybe you've hired a company to do reputation management. Maybe you don't even know what reputation management is. Maybe you've never heard those words before. But reputation marketing is what is actually the most effective way to market. So your reputation management's obsolete. There's lots of companies that are going to try to sell you a monthly package to manage your reputation. That means just check out what's going on with your reputation online. But that's not how you make money. You don't make money by just managing things, managing your social media, or managing your reputation, or managing your clients. You make money by marketing to those clients. So this is what small businesses need to start with. You start with your reputation. So I'm going to go over a few game changers that are changing the world with online marketing. And so this is going to give you the 5-star company advantage. And I know right now we have currently on this online webinar, we have some therapists, some people inside the health industry. We have some brick and mortar businesses, photography, and I try to look up all of your guys's. So a little bit later, we'll be getting more into your specific industries. Oh, we have some network marketers and some business coaches that are on here too. So what I'm talking about applies to all these different businesses. It used to be having a 5-star reputation was known just for if you had your customers come into your business, so a brick and mortar location, like a restaurant or a doctor's office. But now it's really cool because Google and Yelp and many of the review sites are changing to allow service-based businesses to be on there. So now you guys can get into just the great stuff that's going on reputation. Oh, I have Rebecca sending me a message. What is she saying? Oh man, okay. Rebecca was trying to jump on and she wanted to see this real quick. Let me just send her over the link. Sorry about that, guys. Pause this for a second. There we go. Now she has the link. Okay, jumping back over there. There is a little bit of a delay because this is live, so definitely, again, just send me a text if you don't see my screen or audio goes down or anything like that. Okay, so going back over here, I'm going to go over some game changers to give you the company advantage. And it doesn't matter what your company is, if you're a coach, network marketer, therapist, photographer, if you have a brick and mortar business, if you're a doctor, anyone that's online that wants to get more business, this is the strategy that you need to be doing here in 2017. Okay, so here's the first marketing game changer. So 80 million Google Plus pages merged with each company's website, and that reveals your reputation. So it didn't used to always be like this. This is something that's newer over the past couple of years. So when you do a search, so you can search for any company plus the city reveals the reputation. So if you're on your desktop computer, what I'd like you to do is open up another tab on your browser and go to Google, and I want you to do a search for your company name and your city. Or you could look up your personal name and your city if you have your business more branded as your name. So this will give you a snapshot of what your potential customers see. It will also show you what your referrals are seeing when a friend or family member refers you out, and then they go online and look you up. So again, you just do a search for your company name and your city, and that's going to reveal your reputation, just like the example right here with Gentle Dental, Jefferson Avenue. You can see they have 2.5 star average, so that isn't so hot. Okay, so the part 2 of game changer number 1 is that majority of people are doing searches from their smartphone. So you may be watching this recording from your smartphone, and that's how the majority of people are doing searches these days, is from their smartphone. Some people don't even have a laptop, or they don't have internet at their home, but they do have a smartphone. I know here in San Diego, we've done a lot of work with our church and ministries with the homeless population downtown. And a lot of the homeless people have smartphones, and they're checking in on Facebook, and they're up to date on what's going on online, but then they don't even have a home. So you can see where priorities are with us here in America. We love our smartphones. So here's what your potential clients are doing is they're going online and they're looking for you. They're doing a search. So in this case here, we're doing a search for a dentist. And here's one that shows up, but you can notice there is one review. Their stars aren't showing up. There isn't much information about this company, Sugar Hill Smiles. But when you look at, when you click on those other little dots and some surrounding areas, see there's dentistry. They have 4.5 stars. Here's another one. They have a great reputation. And then this one has no reviews. And so if you were taking a look at these different companies, most likely you're probably going to choose a company that has some reviews. And this one with 45 reviews, Radiant Dental, that's going to give you a lot of feedback on their different services, what they provide, so that you could learn and you research that you're choosing the right company to work with. So this is what the average person's doing. And I know that not everyone has a smartphone, and not 100% of people are doing this. People still use the phone book. People are still using their computer. But I wanted to give you guys this strategy so that you could understand where times are changing when people are doing searches on their phones. Another thing to know is that there's two different typical smartphones. There's Android phones, and then there's Apple phones. So Android phones, they are partnered up with Google. And so on an Android phone, when they are searching for your business, let's say they're looking for directions to come and have a therapy session with you, they would type in on Google Maps, if they're an Android user, they would type in your business name to look up your directions. That's typically how people are going, because that's how they're going to get directions in their GPS to tell them where they're going. So that's 60% of the US have Android phones. So that's why it's really important that you have a Google Plus list, Google My Business listing like this, what you see here on the screen, so that your clients can find you and they can come and see you. And same goes for Apple users. That's 40% of the US have an iPhone, and iPhones, they are partnered up with Yelp. So that's why you need to be on Yelp. And today we're not talking about Yelp. We're focusing on Google. since that's where 60% of smartphone users are. Those are the types of phones that they have. And so we're focusing on that for today. And then next step would be to get you set up on Yelp. So let's move on from there. Marketing game changer number 2. I'm just going to go and check and see if there are any questions or anything over inside the chat box. Let me go see. So hopefully you guys are following and you guys had your coffee today. Okay, awesome, great. I see that people can see it on the page that I made. So awesome. And let me go check the YouTube page. Oh, great. I see people on the YouTube page. So thank you so much for letting me know that you can see me and that it's all working good. Okay, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. So those of y'all that watch this replay are going to be like, what is going on? So it happens sometimes with technology. You got to roll with the punches, whatever happens. Okay, so marketing game changer number 2. Businesses must have reviews to compete online. And why is that? It's because reviews are a major part of online marketing. So your reviews affect your Google Maps ranking. So your stars show up in the map section. Your stars show up in social media. And yes, people are searching for you on social media. So they show up in local directories. So when you did that Google search of your business name in your city or your personal name in your city, most likely you probably saw your Facebook page on Google, or maybe you saw Manta or BBB, or maybe you saw your Google Plus listing on there. So this definitely shows up. It shows up in SEO rankings. So if you hire someone to do SEO for your website, SEO stands for search engine optimization. So that is pretty much keywords that you're looking for that they match up with your website. Like if you are in the beauty industry and you have a massage business, they're probably looking for couples massage San Diego or couples massage La Mesa. And so if your website is SEO'd properly and your social media is SEO'd properly, then you can sometimes be seen when people type inside those keywords. And then also pay-per-click. So pay-per-click, that is Google Ads. That is what you'll see. Like it says sponsored by it. It's typically at the top, like up here, or it's at the very bottom over here. And then sometimes it's over here on this side of when you do a Google search. So those are pay-per-click. Those are paid areas. Okay. Marketing game changer number 3 is that SEO, social media, pay-per-click, local marketing, none of it's effective anymore if you're not monitoring and you get a bad review. So traditionally, what marketers do is, and businesses do, step 1 is they market the business with your website, SEO, and social media. So that's where they start with. I need to have a beautiful brand. I will need to look awesome on all these areas. And then step 2 is working on helping build their 5-star reputation. However, if you're not paying attention to your reviews, or you're not even asking for them, or you're not taking care of your customers, I don't know what your customer process is, but sometimes there might be someone that goes and posts a bad review online. And this happens to everyone. Even if you're amazing at what you do, you can't be perfect all the time. So what you actually need to be doing is not this traditional way of building a business. This is the wrong way. What you want to be doing is you want to build a 5-star reputation first. So this is your foundation. This is what's going to have you be just so strong online. And then you want to market your 5-star reputation to get more business with your new customers or your patients or your clients. So that's what you actually want to do. So a lot of people go for the shiny, beautiful stuff and Facebook Live and social media, and let's do some Facebook ads. But if you don't have this foundation built, your 5-star reputation, in that first page, when they do a Google search for you, it's going to be a lot less effective for them to pick up the phone and give you a call. So here's marketing game changer number 4, and that's that reviews give you pre-qualified, pre-sold leads because buyers trust reviews just as much as family and personal recommendations. So this stat comes from Bright and Local, and it says that 72% of buyers trust reviews as much as personal recommendations. And here's another email that our team got. And so just a heads up, I had a new patient today that found us online. I asked her if she looked at any of our before and after pictures, and she said she skipped that and went right to the reviews. That sold her. She dropped 4,000 with us on her first appointment. Thank you. That's from Dr. Bill Eichhoff. And so you can see people are looking for those reviews, but maybe you want some more enticing of that people are actually looking for reviews. So Nielsen Global, they are huge. I don't know if they're the largest. I think they're the largest like statistical company. They just do tons. My family, we're actually part of the Nielsen TV show TV reporting thing when we were growing up. So we've been a part of Nielsen for a long time. So they came out with this study in 2011, which these numbers, I can't wait for them to come out with another study that, because I know that this is probably going to even go up. But here's this biggest shift in marketing in the past 10 years. Is to what extent do you trust the following forms of advertising? That's what they asked. And what they found is that 92% completely trust recommendations from people that I know. And second place, they found that 70% completely trust consumer opinions posted online. So those two are where you want to be focusing on. And it's when I first saw this, it was surprising to me because I thought that back when I first saw this about 6 years ago, since I started teaching on this topic, I thought that newspapers and branded websites and emails that you sign up for and ads on ads on TV, that those were a lot more effective because they look cool. Like that was my dream, to have an info commercial and have a beautiful website. However, that's not as effective. That's not what consumers are looking for. They want to hear recommendations from their friends and their family, and then they want to go read reviews. So if you're spending your marketing dollars and your hard-earned cash in these other areas, you don't have to do that yet. First, you want to focus on getting reviews, which you can do that for free by just asking. Okay, and here's another study. This was done at UC Berkeley, and they're taking a look on how positive Yelp ratings can boost restaurants' nightly reservations. What they found is that by increasing a half a star, that increased a restaurant business during peak dining hours by 19%. So you may be thinking, oh, I'm not a restaurant, this doesn't apply to me. 19% sounds really, really high. Well, Harvard has done studies looking at kind of more of a general picture of businesses, and also Forbes has done studies. There's been so many studies that have been out there. You can just Google them and look for Harvard Business Review, stuff like that, and you'll be able to find more studies and more numbers if you're like me and you like to see the numbers. So you can do a search for that, but it does totally help you to do that. So this is a little review for my last training that I did with you a couple weeks ago at CWIN or online. If you missed that training or you just signed up for today's webinar, there is a replay video and it's on that page where you first signed up. But when I send out emails, when this recording is over, you'll have access to the first video that I did and filmed webinar, and then you'll have this one as well. So you'll be able to come back here, watch this again later on. So this is review for those of you that were on my last one. So when choosing a business, how many reviews does a consumer look up before making a decision? What do you think? Write in the chat box if you're there. Let's see if you paid attention. I'm going to go look at the chat box real quick. Might take a little second because there is a little delay. Sometimes it's a 10-second delay. Sometimes it's a couple minute delay. Looks like it's a little longer delay. So I'm going to go back to training. And you can go ahead, just put that inside the chat box when you get there. So if you remember from last time, it is 10 reviews. That's how many you want for when someone wants to choose your business. Now, when it comes to trusting your business, how many reviews does a consumer look up before making a decision? It's 6 to 10 reviews. So without 6 5-star reviews, your business isn't trusted. So these stats come from BrightLocal.com as well as economist searchengineland.com and searchengineland.com. So it's multiple studies have been done, and this has been proven. And just ask your friends what they do, and I'm sure you'll see the similar thing. Okay, reputation marketing referrals. So you may be thinking, oh, my whole entire business is referrals. I don't need to do this stuff. I get referrals all the time. Well, our business is referrals primarily as well. We're like 90% referrals, which is amazing that God has just given us this great business from referrals. And just a side note, I reminded the training yesterday that I did about this verse. So you can write down this verse. I'm reading it on my phone. It's in Proverbs 20, verse 1. I shared this on the first training, but it says, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, loving favor than silver or gold. So that's Proverbs 22, 1. So your reputation is the most valuable thing you have besides salvation. That's number one. But number two is your name, your reputation. That is what's going to open up doors or close doors for you in business and ministry and relationships. So your reputation is your absorbable character. That's what people see about you. And it's what's going to really help you move through life and get to different positions quicker. Like God can make anything happen. And it's just amazing in just one conversation with someone, or someone has a referral or just a connection, and then you get met with that person, and then you just have a jump in business. I'm sure you can think of different stories because of your great reputation at your church, with your friends, that you were able to be introduced to some really great people. So how do you get a good name? Well, Proverbs 22:29 tells you how to do that. And it says, do you see a man who excels in his works? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. So again, that's Proverbs 22:29. So what that is partially saying, which you need to read the whole chapter to really like get all of that and look at the context. But how do you stand before kings? That's your reputation. That's who are you surrounding yourself with? So at C1, this is a great group of Christian entrepreneurs. We want to grow our businesses, but more importantly, we want to grow God's kingdom, and we want people to be free and healed and not have oppression with whatever has happened in their life. And so we're surrounding ourselves with other like-minded entrepreneurs like ourselves that are Christians. But the opposite is true. So you could surround yourself with those that don't have a really great reputation, that bring you down. And that's not surrounding yourself with average Joes or people that can help you excel or encourage you with your faith or with your business. That's not going to be building up a great reputation. So it's cool that the Bible talks about reputation a lot. And so I meant to share that with you a little earlier. But another question just to leave you with, so write this down, you can ponder on this later on, is am I doing things the best I can or the best that it can be done? So again, am I doing things the best that I can or the best that it can be done? So you can ask that in any area of life, in your marriage, your business, relationships, ministry. If you lead groups, you can ask that anywhere. And okay, going back over to the training, but I didn't want to skip out on sharing that scripture with you. Okay, we're almost out of this training part, and then we'll do a little bit of workshopping and stuff. Okay, so back to reputation marketing and referrals. So there's a study that was done by Real Strategic, and they had 357 people in the study, and they were asked this question: after being referred to a business, what do you do next? 87% said that they search online to find the company information. 4% said they dialed information to find company information. 6% said they used a phone book, and 2% used something else. Now, out of that group that said that they go online, so that was 312 people from that study said that's what they do. They were asked a second question. After being referred to a business, what do you do next? So 52% said that they look for online reviews and ratings. 35% said they look for the website and contact information. And then 13% said that they look up social media like Facebook or Twitter. So for you to be in front of 100% of those people that are going online after being referred to your business, you want to be in all three of those places. So remember, you want to do this step by step. Is first you want to start off with the largest group. Where are they going? They're looking for online reviews and ratings. So that's where you want to start first. Then you can move over to your website. And then you can move over to social media. So that is the most effective way to build it up. Okay, so my next question is, does reputation impact online or traditional marketing? So yesterday's class, they did amazing. Everyone got this. It's a little bit of a tricky question, but it's actually both of them. It affects both because it doesn't matter if you do TV advertising and ads. You can see there in the middle of the screen, it's going to point them to your reputation, because we already learned that 87% of people that are referred or see your business, they go online and they want to check you out. So if you didn't have a good reputation like this one we're highlighting here with 2 stars, if you spent thousands on TV ads or newspaper and radio or direct mail or SEO or social media marketing or website marketing, and you're pointing them to your reputation that doesn't have 5 stars on it, you can see how it all affects. You want to have points everything you need to do to show how great you are with helping out your clients. So reputation impacts all of your marketing, including referrals. Okay, so the definition of reputation marketing is it's evolved from the marriage of the fields of reputation management and brand marketing. So you have reputation management, you have brand marketing, and then you smush it together. Just like that. So reputation marketing is building a 5-star reputation and marketing your reputation to get more customers. Okay, so I'm going to be teaching you our RebelFish local reputation marketing in 5 steps. So we're a done for you service type of company. So that means that we don't do coaching. Yeah, we do some training like what I'm doing here with each of our clients. We do strategy sessions, consulting with our clients, but it's we're not a coaching business. We don't do like tons of online trainings to teach all of our systems. Typically, businesses hire us to do done for you services because you don't have time to learn all this stuff and do it yourself. As you grow with your company, you have to learn to let go of pieces and hire people to do little projects for you. Or if you're really doing great with bringing in sales, then you can hire bigger companies to take care of certain parts of your business so that you can do what you're good at and we could do what we're good at. So we share about this on our website, just our 5 steps. However, this is the first time with the C1 group that I'm actually going really in detail with what our process is. So on the last training that we did, we went over step 3 of our 5-step process. So we started in the middle. And today we'll be going over step 1 and step 2. So I'm first going to show you the overview of the 5 steps, and then we'll break it down into what each of those are more in detail. Okay, so and if you have any questions while I'm going through this part, I'm going to be on these slides mostly, so send me a text if you have questions and need me to slow down or something right now, because I'm not going to be flipping over and looking at the chat box during this time. Okay, so RebelFish local 5-step process. The L in step 1 is for local directory listings. So you want to be on about 25 to 40 directory listings. So when you're doing these directory listings, we'll get into which ones are specific for your industry. You know, I got some questions. Should therapists be on these review sites? Yes, and I have a whole list of the top 10 for therapists and counselors, psychologists to be on. And then I got questions, should network marketers be doing this? If you have that, and I say yes, you need to be following this too, but you need to build your brand as either a business name or your personal name, because you never know what will happen. Maybe you'll change your mind and you want to go with another product. Maybe you start off like me. I started off in the fitness industry for 17 years. I built up a really great brand in the fitness industry. That's what I was known for. But then I also started doing business coaching on the side because people wanted to know how I was doing all this online stuff and having 350 people sign up for my weight loss challenges. They wanted to know what I was doing. And so I started getting a reputation for business and online, all this online tech stuff. And so for me, I'm no longer doing fitness industry anymore. I closed down that business this past year. And now I'm fully supporting and focused on my husband and our business here, RebelFish Local. And so for me, I built up my business. It was called Fatabolize. But that was a total fitness brand. If I would have built up my business as Liz Cortes and I would have built everything there, then my whole entire following, those following me for fitness, I could start email marketing and start pulling them over to RebelFish Local. And I would have had to close down my business. I would have just needed to change the name a little bit or just migrate people over. But because I set up as just a fitness, that's fitness only, then when I changed industries, then some people did follow me over because I built up my reputation. But it would have been a lot more effective if I would have originally built up my business with a type of business name that was a little bit more general, not as focused on fitness, or even better, my own name. So that's what I recommend for network marketers. So got off on a little tangent there. But anyway, let's get back to the slide. Step 2 is optimizing your Google My Business page. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And we'll be getting you started on that. Step 3 is customer reviews. You need to get customer reviews, which we went over that very in detail. I gave you our whole 7-step process of how to get reviews fast in the previous training that I did. So go watch that to learn all about step 3. Step 4 is accelerating visibility through website SEO. So SEO means search engine optimization. So at that point, that is where you start working more on your pages on your website, or you either get a website or work on your pages with SEO or your blogging, your videos. That's the point that you do that. And then step 5 is link building opportunities. So link building is when you are getting PR written about you, or you were interviewed on the news and they put a link back to your website. So that's getting on high authority websites that are going to put a link that will take their visitors over to your website. So Google loves to see that, but this is the order that you do these steps in. You don't want to jump ahead and start working on a website if you have not been working on these top 3 areas first. People always try to go to a website. You can just get started with a Facebook page just so you have something up there, and then get a website a little bit later once you start building up your customers and you have more revenue coming in. So, and we're not talking about step 4, step 5 on today's training, just step 1 and step 2. So good. Okay, so here are the top 25 local directory listings. Just remember, you're going to get this recording. So when you get the recording, you can just push pause and write all these down. I'm not going to go over all these right now, but I do want to just tell you that on average, it takes about 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour to set up each of these pages. So I'm giving you the top 25. That's the minimum that you want to be on for your business. You may be thinking, oh, well, people don't even go to these. What's city search? Who goes to city search? Number 8 on the list. Well, a lot of people go over there. And plus, Google wants to see your business name, or if it's your name, they want to see you up all over the place. And they're going to say, oh, this person needs to be paid attention to. They're on all these websites here. And it just gives you more link juice, like what I just talked about with those link opportunities, step 5. By being on all these directory sites, this is going to help you. And this is a strategy. What I'm teaching you, these steps 1 through 5, this can be a long-term strategy. This could be a 6 to 9 months of just slowly, week by week, building your reputation little by little. This is not something you do overnight. When we have clients come on, yes, we do steps 1 through 5. Typically, well, depends on the package they get, if it's accelerated or not, but it typically takes, a month or 2 to get all the steps 1 through 5 flowing and all set up, especially if they don't have a website. And then to be ranking so that someone finds, let's say you wanted people to Google search massage San Diego and you want them to find your business, that's a really hard search term to find. So that could take a little longer, like 6 to 9 months. But some search terms are just so competitive. It's so hard. Unless you spend thousands and thousands of dollars, it's really hard to get up there on those. So what we do is we do a bunch of these free local directories that helps you to get found, and then also working on your website, stuff like that. So anyway, back over to this slide. So these are the top 14, and here's the other half of them, top 25. So this is where you want to start. Again, just go watch this video again, or push pause right now. Write these down, and this will give you a punch list of where you want to get started. Okay, so here's some top 10 for some different industries. So I tried to get all the industries that we have represented for our Grove Church CWIN group that we did training yesterday, as well as the ones that signed up for today's webinar training. So again, you'll just pause, take a screenshot of this, and these are specific directory listings that you want to be if you are in the beauty and cosmetics industry. So you'll just have to see case by case with your business once you go there, like Spa Finder. Some of these, with these beauty ones, could be also for fitness industry. For me, with my old fitness business, I started getting phone calls about plastic surgery and people wanting to book an appointment. And I'm like, what is going on? Well, what I found is that Spa Finder just put my business up on Spa Finder. That sometimes happens. You may find that you're already listed on some of these directory sites. So all you have to do is just do a search for your business name in spafinder.com or business name wellness.com to see if you already have a site there. If you have a directory listing there, then you just claim it. So you don't want to have duplicates or doubles. You want your information to be accurate. So that is what you do. This is for beauty and cosmetics. I'm going to go through this quick because you can just push pause. Here's building and construction. Here's catering. So catering would also be meal prep services, nutrition. Some personal trainers may have a nutrition part of their business. So you can just look through here, delivery.com. Most of these are focused on catering. So if that's what your business does, then you can check out those. Counseling and therapy. Here are yours. Oh, it got a little kind of squished, but that first one is psychologytoday.com. So those are the different ones that you can be on. And for, since we're talking about therapists right now, each state has different laws regarding therapists. There's a couple niches that are very strict when it comes to asking for reviews or giving reviews. So, what you can be safe with is these review sites are up for a reason on here. And so you can claim a page, create one for you so that there is a spot, and then put up on your website or on your Facebook, a place where follow the steps that I gave in my last training so that you can be gathering reviews. Because here in California, sending an email or when your patient leaves your office after counseling, according to California state law, it's a little gray area on if that's appropriate or not. So you need to refer and talk to your attorney. We have a couple of therapy clients. Most of them have online type of therapy businesses. So it's a little different for online, but if you're seeing your patients, just check with your attorney, check with your state laws of your terms of practicing or scope of practice, all that type of stuff. So what I really recommend for if you are a therapist and you don't feel comfortable asking your patients for reviews is whenever you do speaking engagements, or if you're a writer and you have a book, start getting reviews from those people that have read your book, those people that have listened to you speak. your friends, your family, they can write your reviews too, because I'm sure you don't always turn off your counseling all the time. I like to coach, so it's sometimes hard for me to turn that off. But you can ask them for reviews. The only people you cannot ask for reviews from is your employees. Your employees cannot leave you a review, and so no one working for your company can leave you reviews. That goes against the terms and policy for all the review sites. But your friends, your family, people you've worked with can leave you reviews. So just check for therapists. The other one is attorneys. That one is different case by case. But other than that, there might be one or two other places. But I mean, even doctors are totally fine with asking reviews too. And a lot of them do. You get an email right when you leave the doctor's office. So there's my little pitch for those of you in therapy. Okay, here's for photography. And here's real estate. And gyms and sports clubs, personal trainers, those kind of health professionals. Okay, there we go. So step 2 is optimizing your Google My Business page. So what I want you to do right now is open up another browser tab. And I want you to go to Google. And what you're going to do is you're going to Google your business name. Or no, just kidding. You're going to Google Maps. So type in Google Maps in your Google search bar. Then once it opens up the big maps, and I'll show you what this looks like here in a second, but I want to go through all the steps first because I know there's some fast higher achievers. So I want to go through all the steps, and then I'll go through and show you what I'm talking about. So first you're going to Google Maps. Then once you're on Google Maps, you click on that link. Then you're going to search for your business name and your city. If you can't find it, search for your business name, maybe your name. Search some different variations if you can't find it. And if you can't find it, then what you're going to do is right below when it says not found, it says add to Google Maps. There's a little link. So you'll click add to Google Maps. And then you'll fill in information. Now, if you're a service-based business, you still have to put an address there. So you can put your home address there. And you're going to be sent a postcard. It's going to take about 2 weeks to come in. Like literally, it's going to take 14 days for that postcard to come in. So be looking for it. It's going to have a code on it. And on that postcard, then you'll come back to your Google Maps page and you're going to type that in and you're going to claim and create your Google Maps page. So you add it there. And then once you get your postcard in the mail and then you type it in on your computer, then at that point you can go in and you can change it to be a service-based business and you can hide your address and choose a service area. Okay, so if that's you, that's as far as you can go. You're not going to be able to do the next parts of this training. You're going to have to wait 2 weeks. So that's why I said in the email to put on your fruit of the spirit today, especially patience, because sometimes you have to wait. You have to wait for this online stuff to work. You have to wait for your clients to show up. You have to sometimes wait. And waiting is good because you're going to get more quality. Okay. For the other half of you that did find your business name when you did that search on Google Maps, you're going to click on your business name and you can claim it there. So, and I'll show you all this in a second. Okay. So once you're there, and I might be thinking, well, how do I edit my information? What do I do? Well, I didn't put this on the slide, but what you have to do is you have to make it bigger. What you have to do is you have to do another search, and you're going to be searching for Google My Business Manager. And then once you get to Google My Business Manager, then you're able to change your name, choose your categories, do hours and service and hours and phone, and you're able to add photos for your overview from the owner, interior, exterior, if you are a local business, when you're at work with team or identity. So it will be different depending on if you set it up as a service business or if you have brick and mortar business. So that is what we're going to do. I'll show you what that looks like, because I'm sure a lot of you are visual or kinesthetic learners and not just audio. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So let me minimize this and bring up another screen. Actually, let me check in and see. Oh, I have some messages here. Let me go read those messages. Let's see. Oh, good. You guys were answering the questions that I said earlier, so perfect. Oh, I have a question. How do you start with SEO on Facebook or social media? Or do all have that option? So that's a good question. And we're not focusing on Facebook or social media today. I'm just focusing on that. But we can definitely train on that again. It starts off with your business name and the search terms that are on there, and you can tag your industry. So what I just showed you on that screen, that's where you're going to start off with optimizing and SEOing things. So let me go back over here and show you that PowerPoint again. Oh, where did it go? There it is. So right here, by having the correct name, by having correct categories, your address or the service area provided, your hours, your phone number, your photos, by having this stuff, that's the first start of where you'll start to SEO your business. So so Facebook also has categories there too. And then yeah, that's a whole nother training, and we don't have time to get all into that. But let me go ahead and oh, there we go. I was hiding my other screen. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so when you Google, so what I just told you to do is you're going to Google Maps. Google Maps, enter. Click on Google Maps. I'll make this full screen. There we go. So you're going to click on Google Maps, and you're typing your business name. There's ours, RebelFish Local. So this is what it looks like for our RebelFish Local. So you can see there's some reviews there. You can see address, phone number. Here is our information that's right here. So let's type in there we go. Oh, when I type in this other business name, you can click add a missing place to Google Maps. There you go. See how I did that? So if you're not on there, then you type in your business name. Now, like I said, you have to put in your address and stuff in here, but don't worry, you can change this around later on. So don't worry, you can change it. But for that 2-week period, sometimes it does put up your business up here with your address. Most of the time it doesn't, but I know yesterday one out of the whole entire group, it showed up online. So so that's what will happen. So if you can't put a PO box here. They won't ship it to PO box, but if you have a suite, like a business, and you have a suite that you're renting, if you're a spa and you're renting a suite, or if you have a PO box but it has a real business address and then a suite number at the end, that's fine. You can put that on here, but you can't put a PO box here. And then what you do is you click claim this business. right here. Okay. So another version that could be on here is, which I had an idea. Okay, so here's an example of one of our new clients, and we just started working with them like 2 days ago. So she has 2 or 3 Google Plus pages, or Google My Business pages. Google My Business, where we are right here, this is a Google My Business page. This is different than Google Plus. Okay, a lot of people think they're the same. They're not. Google Maps has Google My Business pages. Google Plus is totally different. They used to be merged together, and they changed things around here recently, sometime in 2016, I think the summertime. So it's a bit confusing with their names, and things change. So that's why it helps to have a company like us that stay on top of everything that changes. There was even changes that happened this past week. So I set up 3 different clients, trying to figure out 3 different ways so I could show you guys examples. So for example, so let's say you find your business name here, but it's your personal name, a realtor. You don't want to have your name to be connected as your real estate agency, especially if you have another one. I know for sure this is her name, and she does have the business name for her agency. So this is called duplicate content. Google doesn't like this, and you actually get penalized for that. And so what happens is you get penalized, and they don't show your information as much on Google when people are searching for this real estate agency, because there's double content. So what we need to do, and what we will be doing, is if you're in this case where you can find your business here, but it's not everything you want, or it's not totally accurate, you click right here, claim this business. Okay, so to be able to edit or to be able to have access to this page, you have to claim this business. And so that's what you are doing when you were on that. If you were a business that you were saying add a missing place to Google because you didn't show up at all, and you clicked claim this business, that's why you're getting the postcard. So same thing here. When you click claim this business, then you are going to get a postcard in the mail, and just like anyone else. Okay, so the next thing I said to do, so once you fill out that, just push pause on this video. You're either claiming this business, filling out the information on the next page to claim it. So I'm just going to do this anyway because she's already our client. And we have to do this anyway for them. Oh, that's cool. I can get a text right now. Just texting our client to send me that code. So that's another thing that's pretty cool. Sometimes you can get a text notification, which is really awesome, because you don't have to wait the 2-week period to be able to get the code to come in. So this sometimes happens, and we don't have a clear number of how this happens, because it sometimes is a little random. But most of the time, you have to wait the 2 whole weeks to be able to do that, and to be able to claim your business. And so you'll be able to edit it. Okay, but moving on from this, so that's cool. We got that text. So hopefully this client sends me that code so I can claim it for her right there and then. Okay, so what you're going to do next, so after you already did that part, you claimed your business or you created it, and you now have to wait 2 weeks to get it going, to get that code in the mail. What you're going to do next is you're going to Google. So I'm here in Google, so you're going to Google My Business Manager. Google My Business Manager. Enter. You're going to click here. So you could actually go here, business.google.com/manager. but I think it's just easier. It's called a Google My Business page, and then you want to manage it. So there you go. So you click on that, and you'll log into your manager account. Now, that is how this past week, that's the only way we've been able to log into this page here. What is very strange is typically you're supposed to click on this Google Apps page right here in your Google account. And when you scroll down, you can click right here, My Businesses. For some reason, this whole past week, this has been de-highlighted, even though you can see that we manage 33 different businesses here, but we can't even click it. I don't know what's going on. Google changed something this week. So that's the only way we're able to get there is you have to do Google search and search for Google My Business Manager. Okay, so then when you come down here, you're able to click on your businesses that you are managing. So here is a new client of ours right here. So you would click on Manage Location, and yours will look the same. So this one, there's a brand new client just from Friday or Thursday. So we haven't fully edited everything, but what you want to do, especially because this is probably where you'll be a brand new client, you want to make sure that your name, your address, and your phone number are all accurate. So this is your name right here. So Revive Day Spa. So we already edited this. This used to be called Revive Day Spa and Salon. She's no longer a salon anymore. And so pretty much all of her SEO and all of her rankings were focused on salon stuff. And she's ranking really well. However, they no longer provide those services. So that needed to be edited and removed. So you need to make sure that this is the correct business name. Then, so that's for name. Then A is for address. So you want to make sure that this is the correct address. So now Google, so it used to be the old strategy starting before a year ago. So gosh, for the past forever, you had to have your name, address, and location be exactly perfect. Every period, like the DR with the period and the comma or a suite number, or if you did a hashtag and 210, like that had to be all perfect. Now Google, they changed their algorithm. So it doesn't matter if drive is spelled out, if it's missing the period or missing the comma, or suite is spelled out, or it's a hashtag, it knows that that's the same business. So you no longer get penalized, which is amazing, which is so cool. So, but it still looks good if you have it all similar. And then you want to make sure you have your hours. I got a question yesterday about hours, saying like, well, we're only by appointment. So what do I do for hours? Well, you want to put your availability for the entire day on there, Monday through Sunday, whatever your hours are. And then they'd be calling by appointment to book during those times. So that doesn't mean necessarily you'll be working that entire time. You just need to say those when you're available. So that's what you would do. And you want to make sure that you have photos here. So when I click edit, this is how you're able to edit these different areas. Okay, so right here is where we edited the name. So we changed the name. And then right here, this is your category. So when you click edit, this is your primary category. So your primary category is what your business is. This is what Google focuses on. Google doesn't necessarily really care about these additional categories down here. This one has to be your main primary category. So there's a drop down. You just start typing in words to find out what your category is. I noticed, I worked with someone last week. I noticed that they do spa services, but they had their primary category was gardener. So that Google is going to penalize you if it's stuff like that. Once we worked with a chiropractor and their primary category was contractor. So whoever they hired to do the marketing actually messed up and chose the wrong category. So you want to do category, and then you can add your other subcategories here. And there's a little bit of SEO effect here, but not too much. But at least it's there, so then people that come to your page or look you up on their smartphone or on Google Maps will be able to find you. Then you just go one by one, and you're able to change these around. Websites, attributes, that's adding tags, and then you can add photos right there. You can also just click over here on photos. And this is what I was talking about, where you can add different photos. You want to have a cover photo of your business, and then you want to have a profile photo as well. This could be your business logo, or if you are the primary focus of your business, it could be a picture of you, a nice professional shot there. And then you want to add, this is something brand new over the past couple of weeks, you want to add at least one photo for each of these areas. So here's identity, team, at work, exterior, interior, and from the owner. So this is something new. I'm not sure how this is affecting rankings and everything because it's so new, but we just to start with, we're making sure that every client of ours has at least one photo in each of these spots. And then we'll be able to test and see how is this affecting the businesses that do have photos here and how they aren't. But this is so new that we don't have those numbers tested and everything. So for you, depending on if you're a service-based business, you obviously won't have interior, exterior shots. You'll have a little bit different tabs here. So hopefully that makes sense to you. I'm going to go and read in the chat box to see. Ooh, don't stop broadcast. Yikes, that was a close one. I'm going to go read inside the chat box and see if anyone is having any questions. I'll make a look on Facebook. Okay, great. Good. It looks like you guys are following along pretty well. I know a lot of people are going to be watching this replay. Okay, let me go back on over to our PowerPoint. Man, you guys are doing great hanging on in there. I know this stuff can be a lot of information. Like I said before, we typically don't share this information with our clients because this is what we do for our clients. And it does take a lot of work and you have to stay up on how things change and all that type of stuff. But at least this will get you guys started and you'll be able to optimize your Google My Business page. So step number 3, just to review, C is for customer reviews. This is what we covered in the last training that I did. So make sure to go watch that video. And I took you through our 7-step process of creating 5 stars in 5 days. So that starts with number 1, create a customer list. So you want to create a customer list of 50 customers. Now, if you don't have 50 customers, you can create a friendly 50 list. And that's a blend of your customers, family members, friends. Those are people that you have a good relationship with that you can send an email to, and they will be your cheerleaders for whatever you say. So you want to first create that list, and you want to have that in a form like on an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Doc so that you can just upload that to an email server and you can send emails out and communicate with your list. Because when you are a business owner, your list is so important, your email list. Just because you have 1,000 likes on your Facebook page or you have 1,000 people in your Facebook group, if you do not have them on an email list, if you cannot push a button and email them, then you're going to be having to spend money on Facebook ads to message them. And it's way more effective if you just start from the beginning and you just start gathering their emails. And we went into that pretty in detail on which ones to use on the last training. Okay. Number 3 is create a review capture page. So a review capture page would look something like this. This one is ours. I'll be sending you guys here a little bit later, but it's RebelFish local/feedback. And with our review capture page, it's really simple. You're able to choose your ratings, 5 stars. What do you want to say? How we did. Able to write 2 or 3 sentences here, put your name and put your email. That's really simple. And then typically what we normally do is we send out either our clients send us their email list on a daily or weekly or monthly basis, depending on the size of their practice or their business. And then we'll send out emails to their customers, clients, or patients to a page similar like this for their business that has their business logo and all that. So they can get some feedback from how they did, how did their business do, and maybe even add some questions up here to get some more feedback from them. So this is what I mean by a feedback page. Okay, so you create a review capture page like what I just showed you. And then next you want to write a response email. So when you fill that out, you're going to get an email, and that's what a response email. So when you go to that page, you can see exactly how our templates for our response emails. You can go ahead and use that as a template, but also on the last training, I went very in detail on exactly step-by-step what you want to have in each of those emails. And then you want to build an email list. You want to send out at least 50 emails. That was our homework to do before this training. And then review your analytics. That's what's going to help you beat your competition. So you need to know what your numbers are. I know a lot of women that I talk to don't really like looking at the numbers, but it's very important to know what it is and not avoid them, because that's what's going to tell you if where you're spending your marketing dollars is effective and where you're spending your time if it's effective. And if it's not, you need to stop doing that and do something different. So there we go. How are we doing on time? Let me check. Okay, let me quick. So referable moment, what that is that is the best time to ask for a review. So if you got a text message from a client saying you did an amazing job, I'm just so thankful for you, or you got an email, or you got a Facebook message, or they told you in person right at the end of their session with you, that is the best time to ask for a referral, or in this case, we're focused on asking for reviews. And so it just makes it really easy when you have a review capture page just to send them to that URL, or you can text them that link. It makes it really easy. I don't advise you sending them directly to your Yelp or your Google or your Facebook page to leave a review, because you never know what they're going to say, if it's going to be positive or negative. So what we always send all of our clients to, as well as the clients that we build these review capture systems for, we always send them to a review capture page so that we can monitor those reviews and then only post up the ones that are really good. So the owner is going to see all the reviews that come in and address if there's any negative ones that come in with a personal phone call and email. That's going to get solved. However, we don't want that to go up online. We would prefer that only the good ones go up online and that those negative ones get handled internally from the business. So referable moment, that's what I'm talking about like this. And I'm sure you could think of any times. This is when you're going to feel the most comfortable to ask for the review. This is when they're most likely going to say yes, if they're going to do it. And then you're not going to feel like you're imposing on them or anything. Now for asking for the review, you could do that in different ways. Like I said, you could send a text, and you don't have to wait for the referable moment. It's just going to be more effective if you do. So like, for example, those of you that have ever worked with me, you know that after I deliver a product to you that our company did, or a service, and I'm presenting it to you and showing you what we created for you, that by the time we get finished with that phone call, I'm going to take you to that, I'm going to send you that link. You're going to open up your email, you're going to click on there, and I'm going to wait for you to write us some feedback. That's one way that you can ask for a review. That's more of my personality, because we both are busy. I'll forget to remind you later on, even though we have an email system that will remind you. It's like a two-step process. It will remind you over the period of 2 weeks if you forgot. But like, I like to just do it right then and there. So if we're on a video chat, and you are telling me that you had a great time with me, I'm going to record you on video. Or if we are meeting and I'm presenting to you and you want to just do a written one, I'm going to ask for that. I'm going to ask for referrals right then and there. That's more of my personality. So you just have to see what works best for your business, what works best for your personality. If you want it to just be a general email you send out to everyone, or if you want to do it one-on-one, you're still sending them to the same place, to that review capture page that I showed you there. And then it's really important that you train your staff to how to ask for the review, or you train your husband or your kids, because they may be at a point where there's a referable moment and they need to know where to send them to. So I'm going to train you guys on how to do that mobile review. just real quick before we finish up here. So I'm going to show you from my computer. So it's so fun. Yesterday, I had everyone turn to the person next to them, and I had them all get on their phones to go and leave a review. So, well, I'm going to just show you guys what to do, and then your homework will be sometime this week is to walk someone through how to leave a review on their smartphone. Now, you want to make sure, like if they're coming into your office, you want to make sure that they're not connected to your Wi-Fi. So make sure that they're on cellular data on their cell phone. You can't have a computer popped up at your office for them to type in their reviews because that IP address is connected, and the review sites know they think that you're just putting in a bunch of bulk reviews. So they need to be on their phone for this mobile review strategy that I'm going to teach you, and they can't be connected to your Wi-Fi. So what you do is you would be opening up your review place. So you would be asking them what's really cool this past week. Google no longer makes you log in with your Google Gmail account to leave a review. So for all of us, that's super easy. They don't even have to remember their password. So for right now, Google is the easiest one to get reviews with when doing this strategy because they don't have to log in, because most people don't even know their passwords anyway off the top of their head. So you'll just open up your app and you'll click on the Google Maps. And then at the top, you'll do a search. So you'll type in your business name. I know it's all backwards, but you get the point. And then when you scroll down, you see right there how there's like stars. You choose your stars. And then you type out and write your review. And you can even add a photo there too. So if you have a photo ad, that helps the review too. So that's all you do for Google. Like I don't even have to log in or anything like that. I'm already logged on my phone. That's why my little picture is showing up. And what you see, I cannot leave a review for my own business. That is illegal with the terms and service for so I want to click off of that. You can't have your staff leave you reviews either. So that's what you're gonna do. So that's your homework. So when asking for the review, so right now Google is the easiest one to get reviews on. If they are on their phone, you could even ask them to go to Yelp, or you could ask them to go to Facebook. And same thing, you would walk them through, do a search for your business. Do a search for your business, RebelFish, right there. And then there's a little button there. It says reviews. And then you're able to, again, write a review. And so it's really easy from the smartphone because typically they're already logged in, like in this case. But like I said, it's always best to send them to a review capture page so that you can filter those reviews. I would only do this mobile review strategy with people that you know 100% are going to give you a 5-star review. And because you don't want to use this with everyone. That's not very good. But let me share my screen one more time. I know we're right here at the, I know we got started about 10, oh wait, we got started 10 minutes late. So good, I have 10 more minutes. Well, hopefully you guys can still stay on for 10 more minutes. If you can't, then I will reach out and just see if you have any questions or anything after this is over. But I'm going to go just over 2 more things and we are all finished for the day. Whoops, there we go. Okay, so this is what we learned today. We went over a lot. So congratulate yourself for jumping on here, for spending time on this Saturday morning to focus on your business and especially this technical stuff. And this is what we learned today. You learned top local marketing game changers. You learned about reputation marketing and referrals. You learned about our RebelFish local 5-step process and specifically steps 1 and 2 today. And we did steps 3 last time. You learned about the referable moment. You learned about how to asking for the review and how to train your staff to ask for a review. And then you also learned, I don't have it on this slide, but you learned on how to, the mobile review strategy. I forgot to put on the slide. The last 2 points, we didn't have time to go over those. We didn't have time for yesterday either. So it looks like I need to do another training for you guys at CWIN so I can go over these next 2 points. But I want to invite you guys, if you are really looking to build your business, or if things on here were kind of confusing, you have some questions for me, I would love to put together a strategic proposal to help you build a 5-star reputation that gets you that reputation that will give you more customers, more clients, more patients. So where you're going to want to go is you're going to want to go to rebelfishlocal.com/rep report. So that's rebelfishlocal.com/rep report. What you're going to do when you're there is you are going to be getting a free $97 report. So we're not charging you for this report. Normally we charge $97, but I'm sending you guys to the link for the free one because you guys stayed on here this whole entire time and signed up for this event. And what you're going to do is you're type inside your information. And then once we receive that, then we'll schedule a time where I can show you a step-by-step personalized strategic plan. So I'll just go over there and show you where I'm sending you to. So you're going to RebelFish Local /rep report. So there you go. So you can read about what this is. So your report's this is what it will give you. This is how you go about doing it. So you'll type in your business name. And if you are on Google, it will show up here. So then you click it and it will add your information and it will show you your score. Now for some of you, you weren't on here. So you just can still type in your name. Let's say that's your business name. Type in your business phone number. You're going to click show me my score. On the next page, you're going to have to put in your information if you want to see everything. If you're not on Google, the Google obviously won't show up for another 2 more weeks. But what this will do is there's 3 videos, I think 3 or 1 video on the next page. It will give you a punch list of what to focus on in order to build up your 5-star reputation. And then also it goes some more into video and then a little bit into website at the bottom. And then what we'll do is you can review over that page, but then we'll set up a call for me to review your report with you and then also give you that strategic step-by-step plan of what to do and what to focus on first, because there's so much to focus on online and it's really easy to get distracted and lost and like it gets confusing sometimes. So that is my gift to you, is rebelfishlocal.com/rep report. And then finally, second thing, I know that you probably learned a lot today and you need to take some time to decompress and all that, but I would love for you to give me some feedback. And so to leave feedback, where you're going to go is rebelfishlocal.com/feedback. So I already sent you guys there earlier, so you might have already wrote that down, but it's rebelfishlocal.com/feedback, and that's how you'll be able to give us feedback and help us with building our reputation online too. So I just thank you guys for being on here and showing up today and watching this replay. And I'll be around on the CWIN group. If you have any questions, you can also send me a message on Facebook as well. So I just thank you so much for signing up for this webinar, and I look forward to doing some more in the future. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.